What is going on, my friends? Today we're taking a look at the Vosteed Corgi Vanchor, or the V Anchor. And I'll tell you what, man, this thing is a beauty. She's a little minimal beauty. You can't even tell that there is a knife in there. And I think that's exactly what Vosteed was going for with this one. They were looking to make this as minimal as possible. And you'll notice on the show side here, there are no screws whatsoever. I think they really did a great job with that. And on the back side, you got two little screws back here on the pivot, and that's it. That's the only screws that you see on the entire knife. Now let's bring the blade out. Bam! Woo! She's a beauty. She's a beauty. Now you're gonna see that it has a 2.36 inch blade from the tip all the way to the end. And it also has a 3.48 inch handle. So it comes out at a total of 5.85 inches. Now, when we compare that to, let's say, another Vosteed knife, the Nightshade, this is what they look like. So it is a smaller knife overall, but I think the Corgi V is going to appeal to a lot of people out there. Now, for the knife aficionados and the knife crazies out there, this is not your most striking, biggest, nastiest blade out there for sure, but this is going to appeal to a lot of people that are looking for an EDC knife that just does what it needs to do. You know, open boxes, cut tape, cut rope, whatever it is for your daily task. It's going to do a great job. Now the blade material is 14C28N. It's got a flat grind, a drop point right off of the top there, and it's really pointy, and it comes out of the box extremely sharp. They always do a great job with that. And in terms of fidget factor, this is one of the most fidgety knives out there. This is absolutely super, super fun. Now, all you have to do to open this knife, and there's a few different ways, and we'll go over that right now. So the Vanchor Lock, now this is their opening mechanism. So when you push this down, this actually pushes a magnet out of the way, so it allows the blade to swing open like that. And you can just do this non-stop. You can fidget the heck out of this thing if you really want to. But all you got to do to get it to close is let go of the Vanchor right before it gets to the top. Boom. Really simple. And as soon as you push it in and you let gravity take effect, it closes on its own. Just like that. Super, super fun to play with. Be careful out there, kids. Don't be playing with knives. I'm not telling you to play with knives, but if you do, it's a very, very fun knife to play with. Now, you also have this front flipper tab. Some really nice gimping in there. And I am not the best at front flippers, but I'll tell you what. For me, bam, super, super easy. Oh my gosh, man, that feels so, so good. I can do that all day. So this is one of the most fidgety knives I've had the pleasure of handling in quite some time, I must say. Woo, man, that feels excellent, excellent. Now, if you know anything about Bic lighters, the gimping back here, this literally feels like you're gonna strike a Bic lighter. It's really that grippy. It feels just like it. So you're gonna strike that Bic lighter and bam, there she is, baby. So you can open this a multitude of ways. You can take that back gimping right there, this little back, yeah, I guess you can call it gimping, but it's really more of like you're flicking something. You're just flipping it open like that. And it's really simple. You don't take a lot of pressure whatsoever. So you can open it that way. You can open it from the front flipper easily, or you could just use the V-Anchor, the Vanchor, and you can just keep playing with it that way. So you have multitude of ways to open it. Now we also have on the back side, we have this clip here, and this is an aluminum clip with a stainless steel Vanchor pivot here and an anodized painted over the aluminum. So it's light, it comes in really light. Now the handle width is 0.99 inches and the handle thickness is 0.49, with a total weight of 2.66 ounces. So that's a really light knife. Put in your pocket, your purse, whatever. You're not even gonna notice it's there. You could actually have this on your desk at work and nobody is gonna know what this thing is, unless they're a knife expert. Now, what I also like about the opening mechanism here is that it doesn't take much pressure to push this back. So you can slow roll it open too. So that's another way of opening it. And this is just a very simple, beautiful, minimal design that they did here. And I think this is gonna be a big, huge seller for Vosteed. They got a lot of good things going on with this knife, I must say. Everything that Vosteed has come out with lately has been a great purchase. And I really just got to tip my hats to these guys. Now, if I'm talking about things that I actually think they should improve on this knife, and as with all of my knife reviews, I'm always honest with everything. Now, let's see if we can get a little bit closer here. So I've only had this in my pocket for a couple of weeks. And you might, let me see if I can see that right there. So there is some chipping right there, right there. There's another one right there. So, like, you know that little metal piece on your pocket that you put stuff in and it kind of scraps on once in a while? Well, that's pretty much what it's scrapping on, because I don't even carry keys. So that's the only thing that could be scratching on. So, you know, if I could recommend something there, this anodization painting could be a lot thicker. Definitely a lot thicker. Also, on the top of the blade, the gimping on the top of the blade here is not much at all. I mean, there is not much grip here at all. And as a matter of fact, it should come out way out to here, because this is a smaller knife. I have average size man hands, so I'm covering the entire handle here. Feels really comfortable. No hot spots whatsoever. But on the top, when you're doing some of these top-down pinch cuts, there's no gimping, no grip whatsoever. Not that you typically need so much, but if you really do need to get into something really deep, there's nothing holding your finger there. So you're just gonna have to accept the pressure from your finger, and hopefully it all works out. But that's what I would recommend on the top of the blade here. Bring this gimping all the way out and make it much more pronounced. As a matter of fact, I would love to see the type of gimping that's back here, right back there. Hopefully you can see that a little better now. Pushed all the way over to the top of the blade, the same exact type of gimping, because that gimping is this is super, super grippy. You barely have to put any pressure here and it flies out. It literally just flies. Super, super simple. Anybody can maneuver this knife easily. So when I do give an overall opinion on a knife, I basically give a rating on 5 categories. You know, build quality, ergonomics, operation, lockup, and price versus quality. So this is coming in at $79. That is a really, really good price for what you're getting here. So let's go over that. So build quality, blade type and material used for $79. So you have all the aluminum, the blade material we talked about, the 14C. I think overall with that build quality materials, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Now, ergonomics wise, it feels really good in the hand. Like I said, the only downside is the gimping on the top of the blade. So I would probably, yeah, I think I would actually, because this clip is actually pretty good. I have no issues with the clip whatsoever, no hot spots. It feels good, it's rounded on the edges. I'd give it an 8 for ergonomics. Now, operation, deployment, fidget factor, no doubt about it. As you can tell by the way I'm talking about it, this is a 10. Super fidgety, super easy to maneuver, and once it's in locked, there is no blade play whatsoever. There is no manipulation of that blade, zero. You can't do it, no way. And it's completely out of the way. You can't accidentally open this knife. Almost impossible. The V anchor is recessed. It's recessed in there, so even if it's in your pocket and it's rubbing up on stuff, it's going to be virtually impossible to open this knife accidentally, unless you hit this edge piece right here, and potentially it could open, but I highly doubt it. I really highly doubt it. And the pocket clip comes all the way up, so you're virtually going to be hiding the entire knife in your pocket if that's what you're so looking to have. So in terms of lockup, operation, it's a 10. Now lockup, safety, frame lock, that's also a 10. It locks in there really, really well. So price versus quality. Do I think this is a good value for the price? I do. At $79, I think this is an excellent value. I think they price this accordingly. I think they're going to sell thousands and thousands of this particular knife. It comes in all different kinds of colors. I think they should come out with some different ones, with some G10s, some Mercata, because I think this is going to be really probably one of their most popular knives that they've sold to date. I really do. So it's going to come out with an overall score of 43 out of 50. So that is my overall thoughts and opinions on this beautiful minimal knife from Vosteed. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. We're trying to build this channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, help us out a little bit, and we will see you guys in the next one on the rabbit hole. I'm out.